the resurgence of the thin, truly single-use plastic bags is astonishing.
Alex Farron works for the San Diego chapter of the Surfrider Foundation. She says single-use plastic bags were only legal for about 2 months in California, but they are littered all over the county.
There's been a huge notable change in the kind of trash we're finding. Plastic bags are now everywhere.
The lightweight bags were banned in California by voters in November 2016. That happened after more than 100 municipalities had already enacted bans on their own. Farron says Gavin Newsom's executive order in late April gave the bags a second life.
The reason the executive order was placed was not because of scientific proof that reusables were dangerous. It came from frontline workers who just knee-jerk were uncomfortable. Understandably so. I don't want to touch anything either. And they asked their grocery store chains to, hey, can you do something about this? Can you make it so that we don't have to touch people's items?
Farron says the bags are notorious for spilling out of trash cans, trash trucks, and landfills, and becoming part of the region's litter stream. And they're easy to find along roads, even though only some stores use them.
The single-use plastic grocery bag is, a prime example of an unnecessary use of plastic.
Mark Murray is in charge of Californians Against Waste. The group convinced voters to ban the bags in 2016. The state was using 500 million bags a month before the initiative passed, and environmentalists were worried about the ecological damage.
This is a product whose useful life literally lasts maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, the amount of time it takes you to get your groceries from the check stand to your home.
Murray thinks the governor might have acted too fast with an executive order in April that essentially stopped the use of reusable bags. He understands the uncertainty about COVID-19 drove that decision, but Murray says allowing the plastic bags to return opened the door for a plastic industry anxious to reclaim the California market.
I have literally seen the propaganda from the plastic bag industry throughout the country, where they have tried to take advantage of this situation.
Murray says COVID-19 was a talking point as industry groups tried to demonize reusable bags as unsafe. KPBS reached out to the Plastic Industry Association and plastic bag trade groups, but they did not return calls seeking comment. Meanwhile, Greenpeace USA recently released a petition from more than 120 doctors urging people to resume using reusable bags.
Reusables can be used safely, provided sanitation practices are in order.
Ivy Schlegel is a Greenpeace researcher based in California.
As health experts, both understand more and are able to help clarify for public health departments, decision makers, and stores that we will see sort of a return back to what really is the new normal, and that's turning against excessive plastic.
She says California public health officials have safety guidelines for the use of customers' bags in stores. The state urges shoppers to ask if they can bag their own groceries, and if not, they ask customers to take the cart to their car and bag the groceries there.
Similarly, in the same way where we might wear a face cover, or we should be wearing a face covering, to protect others, we should just handle our own bags and just go ahead and bag our own groceries into reusable bags. But there's nothing, again, uniquely threatening about the reusable bag if we do those things.
San Diego County officials are asking store owners to follow state guidelines when it comes to customers' reusable bags. They say that they can enact tighter restrictions if they feel those are appropriate. The California Grocers Association, meanwhile, is recommending that its members follow state public health guidelines. Erik Anderson, KPBS News.